Welcome to my show. A guest here. His name is Chris Nicol. Mr. Chris, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, doing very well, thank you, Adi. I mean, yeah. So, how's your day been?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris. Firstly, you are a peak performance coach. Can you please, sir, discuss more about yourself and how you are doing currently now, sir?
Yeah, so a bit of background from me. I mean, I started with my business actually last January in-house in the gyms, and then I've also moved into online coaching recently in the last few months or so. So, my peak performance coaching online is obviously like a four four sort of areas I look at, like a whole mentality approach for the package. So really what I look at is a specific gym or home workout, depending on what the customer individually needs are and what the schedule's like. Nutritionally wise, you get a specific plan. Also, we do daily habit coaching and which also compounds into mind habit coaching with the daily habits.
Oh, that's very lovely. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And do you have any book you've written, Mr. Chris? Or are you planning to write a book, Mr. Chris?
That is a plan in the future. I don't have any books out at the moment, but that is a plan in the future to be obviously to be writing a book. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's in the pipeline at some point. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. Firstly, I would like to dive to the holistic approach to health and mindset, sir. I don't know how holistic approach do work when it comes to health and mindset, and the audience would love to know what do you think a holistic approach to health and mindset entail, and do you also think it differ from the traditional method, Mr. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with traditional methods, you've got like you'll have a specialist in nutrition, a specialist in fitness, and specialist in other areas, which is that's one area. Whereas with my peak performance coaching, you look at all specific areas in the whole package all in one. So the health is included, the daily habits, what I mentioned earlier, also compounds into the mind habits. So yeah, I would definitely say it's a different package to traditional training.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And there will also be blockage. I don't know. There could be blockage that prevents people from having this health, Mr. Chris. What do you personally think are the most common mindset block that prevents people from achieving this optimal health, Mr. Chris?
I think when you're obviously going into a holistical approach or a peak performance approach, you need to take the whole package into consideration for yourself, and obviously be open to listening to what the coach is saying, and be coachable, and trust the process of the coaching. That's probably the main things, definitely, yeah, for me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And this could also be daily practices that are very, very okay to integrate a holistic approach to health and mindset, Mr. Chris. What do you think are, some daily habits one can, put into practice to integrate a holistic approach to health and mindset, Mr. Chris?
Okay, so what I obviously think and obviously would discuss with clients, that current clients or prospect clients in the future would be to structure their day with a schedule, with habits that are going to help them grow as a person, whether it's health, mind habit coaching, daily habit coaching, with me. So that, for example, read a book that's appropriate for you, development, listening to things that are appropriate for your development. So yeah, and also there's many other aspects you can go and do these things. As long as it's specific to you and it's going to help you grow as a person, I think that's where it needs to be.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And there could also be challenges people face when they want to adopt this approach, sir. What do you think are the biggest challenges people face when trying to adopt this holistic approach, Mr. Chris?
So the biggest challenges I think that people would probably face is um, restructuring to integrate this program into their current situation, lifestyle, making it work. I mean, you have to be open to the program, and you need to be, you know, with your coach, sit down with your coach honestly and say, this is my lifestyle, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be. And then obviously you take the four aspects into consideration. And obviously you work with your coach to develop a style that works for you, but also you take the guidance from the coach and be accountable to your coach and obviously be coachable.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And the most, you know, the most common thing that happened today is chronic stress, illness, even to
Mm-hmm.
the point what we know today as burnout. How do you
Mm-hmm.
think a holistic approach supports healing from illness and even burnout, if possible, Mr. Chris?
So, I mean, like, let's take stress for an example, right? You just used stress as an example there, so we'll start with we'll go with that. So, really, like with obviously stress, I mean, there's four areas that I look at within my program. Again, gym or home workout, nutrition, daily habits, sort of lifestyle, and obviously that compounds into how your mind habits, come from the daily habits. So I think it's really buying into each one of those and being able to specifically know in each area how you're going to reduce the stress, how you're going to help yourself become healthier and more productive in your day and make you help you reduce stress so you have your recovery time as well and all that sort of stuff when you come into the program. So making sure it's detailed and it's specific to you is the key thing when you're doing any sort of programming as well, which can also which means in the long run it will allow you to reduce your stress because you're taking pressure off your health, pressure off the things you're doing for yourself are making you grow as a person and helping you grow in each area of, exercise, nutrition, daily habits coaching, which again compounds into mind habits. So it has to be individualized to the person, and there's no general consensus. Especially, when I train people, it's all individualized to the person. So that's the key thing I think really there.
Completely agree, Mr. Chris. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And I would like to also dive to the point of practices that you believe are right for people who want to get into these holistic practices. I know you've said some daily practices that someone could integrate, but they could also be practices that that are right for some certain type of people. How do you think someone can determine what holistic practice are right for them personally, sir?
Excuse me. So yeah, I think it has to be. You have to be able to like know yourself and know what you need to develop. So as a coach, I will be obviously sit down with my clients, have an assessment with them, discuss things with them, what their previous experiences is with exercise, nutrition, if they've ever done any daily habits coaching, if they've ever done the compound of mind habits coaching from the daily habits, and what happened before. So you assess the previous times, and then from there you take it to the next stage where you look at and say, right, okay, you learn from those mistakes there. You go through the next phase of it, and you guide it in the right way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And I would like to go to the point of mindset shifts. How can someone, how someone could shift from a reactive mindset to a proactive one, sir? A
Okay,
reactive
so
mindset.
yeah, so basically, yeah, I know what you're saying there. I understand. So I think really what you need to do is that is actually a good daily habit to work on is being productive and knowing what to do and when to do it. So, write it down, write down the daily tasks. This is what needs to be done. This is priority. Once you put priorities in place, the production will start. You know, the day will start with a positive frame. You know, because you've got this in front of you, 5 targets for the day. This is what I need to complete. I know for a fact I've done this myself. And when when you get these things done, you know you have done a good job for yourself because you've completed the goals. You've set these targets in the morning, and you look at the day at like say 8 o'clock at night, and you're sitting down in your recovery time. You say, oh yeah, these have all been done today. This is how I've grown today. You know.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And lastly, I would like to go to the point of advice. Some people would need advice when it comes to this holistic approach, Mr. Chris. What do you think is the ultimate advice for someone looking to achieve harmony between their mind, body, and soul, sir?
I think what you need to do is obviously from my my coaching experience, and who I've worked with previously, I think you need to know your individuality. And that's why I do individual planning for each area in my with my clients. And I also, that's how the assessment to have a call with the clients before we do any programming, discuss what you've done previously in each area, so exercise, nutrition, if you've done any daily habits, which again goes into the mind habit coaching, with the daily habits anyway. It's like a compound. So yeah, I mean, it has to be. You need to know the individual plan for yourself and how it's going to help you go from A to B within a certain amount of time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And lastly, Mr. Chris, there is a question I normally ask Mr. Chris. From the ancestors, from the forefathers, there are a lot of things that do exist during our ancestral time that is missing in our time today. If there is anyone or anything you would like to bring back to our time today, what do you think that thing would be, sir?
So for me, in each area, we need to move more. We need to eat, you know, foods that are good for the body, and really just focus on your individual self as well, and really just get a coach that can help you do that. Yeah, so all these areas as well. That's what this is what I'm talking about. So, we need to move more. We need to eat the healthy foods. We need to, set those daily tasks and get down at night and go, okay, I've completed this today. This is what I've achieved today. And and then you can start, looking at that and going, yeah, this is something I need to do more regular, you know, definitely, 100%.
I completely agree, Mr. Chris. I want to sincerely thank you for the opportunity and the time on speaking on this holistic approach. Thank you so much, Mr. Chris.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on. I'm very grateful for that.
All right, sir. Have a wonderful day, Mr. Chris. Bye bye.
Bye bye.